The lesson.
Oh, yeah.
When you talk about jail time, because I hear, basically the streets will end up in two places, dead or in jail.
Yeah, in a box or jail.
Now, for yourself, I understand that you have done some jail time. When was the first time that that you got sent away? How long was it for, and what was it for?
Oh, back when I was probably about 19, 20. That was probably the first time.
Okay, so that was before you were in the club.
Yeah. Probably about 19, 20, but I ended up getting bail from Silverwater. I was in there for like a month. I ended up getting bails for armed robbery and kidnap charge. I ended up getting it brought down to take and detain and enter with intent. So I ended up getting 2.5 years weekend detention for it.
So what's 2.5 years weekend detention?
It was back when they were doing weekend detention. You go jail on Friday night, and then they release you on Sunday. They were doing it at Para Jail. They had a section there.
Did they still do that now?
Oh no, they ended up cancelling that. Now they just got community service, ICU orders in it.
Okay, so the first time that you went in was for weekend jail.
Yeah, no. The first time I went in was for that charge. We ended up getting done for that armed robbery. So I went to Silverwater. I was there for about a month and a half, and then I got bail because it was the first offence. That's the only reason why I got bail. Yeah, because it was the first offence.
So in your early 20s is when you've had that charge, and then after that you've had to go to weekend jail.
Yeah.
And then after that, you've had to go back in at some stage?
Yeah, I was just in and out from then on. But it was never for long. I'd catch a charge, I'd go in, I'd be in for a few months and then get bail. And then I'd fight the charge, beat it. It was like that all the way till I was like 28, 29.
Yeah, okay. So then in total, approximately how much time do you think that you've served to the system?
Well, I don't know, probably maybe 2, 3. But not all in one go.
For someone who's actually served, 2-3 years in there in total, what is prison life really like? And can you recall your first, what it was like when you first went in there? Were you nervous? Were you scared?
Yeah, man. I was practically a kid. I was like 20. You go in there and you're nervous. You don't know what to expect, you know what I mean? All the cunts that you've had dramas with outside, and then you're there, you're thinking, oh, what's going to happen when you go in? You're walking through reception, you can hear everyone screaming. They're straight off the street, and then you go to the screw, you do the paperwork, and they ask you, you want to go protective custody? I didn't know what that was at that time, you know what I mean? And I was asking questions. He goes, oh, do you want to go to protection? I go, no, fuck that. And then you go into the back gate and you're waiting to go to the wing. And when you're walking into the wing, everyone's screaming, you know what I mean? And you're like 20 years old, you don't know what's going on. You're looking around, you're like, fuck. And everyone that's talking through the windows, you think they're plotting on you, but really they're not. They're just having conversations. But it's your first time there. You get butterflies in your gut, you get scared, you know what I mean?
In the time that you've spent in there, can you discuss, I guess, some of the things that you actually witnessed in there?
Just stabbings, fights, people getting their guts like sliced open, blokes getting raped. Like, it's crazy in there, man.
So that shit really
that shit happens, yeah. They call it getting scotched. And now it's becoming a normal thing. Cunts are actually doing it, like, and people are letting it slide. Back when I done jail back then, that's when jail was jail. Now it's just ridiculous now.
So explain what you mean by back then versus now.
Like back then, everyone had, the criminals had morals back then. Like everyone was going toe to toe. Now it's just changed. The younger generation is just, they're all fried and cooked, man. Cunts jumping each other, people signing cunts out of the boneyard. Like fucking just doing fruity shit.
Now, while you've been inside, in and out, the rap shit, how much have you been writing rhymes or freestyling? Or
Yeah, oh, that
how
was
much
always
has the
going. No matter
music-
what I was like, no matter what I was doing in life, I was always writing music. I was always writing songs. I downloaded instrumentals. It was always a part of me, man. No matter where I was, whether I was in a jail cell, whether I was off on some crime spree, I always had a notepad with me and I was just writing. You know what I mean?
The lesson. 927. Oh, yeah.